Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are up at my unit. Well, I call it a unit, but it's just a disused horse stables. So on the side of being a mobile mechanic, I also have got another business buying and selling used cars with a friend. And he was actually a customer of mine, he was already doing car sales on the side of his current job, and asked me if I wanted to go in with I think it was a Polo that we first got, and it was down by the coast, if I remember rightly, down in Hastings. Might be somewhere other now, but went down there, needed to do some work on it to be able to drive it. I think it was a rear caliper and a brake line. Done that one, done a few more, and we was just doing the work at his house, and then one of the neighbours started complaining, so we thought we'd better look for a bit of space. Another customer of mine, she worked on a farm, and she knew the farmer really well. Asked the farmer if he had any units sort of going. Got us a little place. It was all right, you know. It had a little car park and enough to get one car in, but it was really small. It was dilapidated. Part of the roof was missing. So it was all right for a couple of jobs here and there, but not ideal. So there was a disused stables slightly further up the road, and yeah, we've taken that on. We've converted one of the stables just so it's sheltered, so any of those rainy days, we can just get a car in there. So heading up there today. My friend Nathan, he went to Wales yesterday to get a car from a car trader that he knows down there. He's Welsh, my mate. So yeah, he drove that back yesterday. It needed a clutch. Apparently it's slipping. I've not seen the car yet, and both front windows I think don't work. So we're gonna have to look into that. But also, Nathan noted that there was a bit of a misfire at idle. It's a Skoda Fabia. So yeah, we'll see. I can't remember if it's petrol or diesel at the minute. I think it's petrol because it's ULEZ. So yeah, we're gonna go up there, do that, and then I'll show you around and show you what else I've got there. I've got a couple of my cars just sitting there. Need to get on them at some point, but just so busy. You know, they've sort of those and their projects. Mark II Golf GTI and a Mark III VR6. So I'm a bit of a VW fanboy, always have been. Some of my mates always take the mickey saying I'll just buy the same car over and over again, just of a different year, which is kind of true. So yeah, we'll see you up there. Here we are, disused stable, fields all around. Let's go have a look. Right, so here we go. This is just a yard. Keep a couple of cars. It's my Mark III VR6 and my Mark II in the corner there. Looking very, very, very sad. Flat tyres. Probably got some mould growing in it by now. But I'll do a video on this soon. This is a car we've got for, well, we took in part exchange, a little Passat. Customer's car. He went drifting in the snow a couple of months ago, waiting on some parts. Another car we got This is what we'll be doing the clutch on today. Little Skoda Fabia. And Mark 6 Golf, again, that was one of my customers' cars. We bought it off them. It had a DSG gearbox issue. So yeah, this is it. And this is the sort of corner unit that we've converted to have a bit of shelter. Here's the Mark III Mulberry edition. And yeah, here we go. That engine needs throwing away. It's from a Mini. And I've just got a bit of space in here. Little Corolla. Believe it needs a head gasket. We've actually got another mobile mechanic up here that rents some space. So yeah, that's his car he's working on. But yeah, and the rest is just stables. We haven't done anything with them. They're still completely empty. So there we go. All right, let's get some cars moved about and get to work on this. Right, maybe I will just do my first thoughts on this Skoda Fabia. Like I said, Nathan been to Wales yesterday to pick it up. I've not seen it, not driven it. Let's just flip you round. Bodywork seems clean. Tyres are good. Its windows have been taped up. Maybe the regulator's gone. But bodywork on it really looks pretty good. I'd imagine these need a bit of a... Oh no, they're not too faded. Again, same with this window, taped up. Let's start her up. Let's have a look at the interior. Not too bad. What's the mileage on it? 58,000. Not bad. Right, let's have a look. Apparently there was an issue with the locking. Pins missing. Start her up. No, nothing. Okay, that's weird. Cranks, fires. Door locks were going mad. And again, nothing. It's running now. And there's also a misfire. I must admit, when buying cars, I'm the negative one out of the two of us, between me and Nathan. He sees value in everything, where I look at something and go, maybe should give that one a miss. But we both always agree, you know, we've got a good understanding between us. So we both agreed to buy this from his car dealer mate who took it in part exchange. We've had a few off him before and they've been lemons, to put it kindly. So we said we wouldn't buy any more. But this one came up and apparently it was a good one. Might still be a good one. I mean, yeah, clutch we know about. He told us about that. Misfire, I'll have to have a look into that. And that starting issue. Yeah, right, let's get in position anyway for the clutch. But before that, I will have a look. I'll put the computer on, see if I can see any faults. Right, just scan the vehicle. Got a few fault codes in there. But first, whilst I'm here, we've got this Passat that's been trading in, and I believe it's got a DPF issue. I won't show you the diagnostics. I put the computer on it yesterday, and the pressure was a little bit high on, or pressure difference was a little bit high. So I've got some cleaner, not quite to O'Reilly standards, but we're going to take this pipe off here, put some cleaner in there, let it soak whilst I get on with the clutch. So the stuff I've gone for is this Numfest can get it at Eurocar Parts. I've taken off one of the pipes for the differential pressure sensor. If you follow it, it sort of goes there, bends back on itself and in. Okay, we're back on the Polo. So we've got a misfire detected on cylinder 1. Let's go into live data. Advanced measure blocks. Don't know how well you can see this. I could try go over here. Okay, so let's just search misfire. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there we go. We've got a nice steady counter on cylinder 1 now. Oh, sounds rough. So what I'm going to do is change the spark plugs and the coil pack over. Right, for those of you that don't understand, we've got a misfire on cylinder 1. So what I want to do is change this coil pack into cylinder 2, and in the spark plug I'll put into number 3. Then we'll go back on the live data and see if the fault has moved. If the fault stays in number 1, we've either got a compression issue or an injector issue. I know this isn't probably the correct way to get these out, but this is how I've always done it. I'm sure I'll get some hate, as most YouTubers do, which I have found. That's number 1. Number 2. This one's a bit tighter, so I'll just give that a bit more space. Number 3.
Quite loose. Number 1. We'll put that up by number 1. This one definitely. Oh, a lot tighter. So whether that's got anything to do with it, we will find out. Probably could do with a set of spark plugs. They don't look particularly new. You know, and then also on cylinder 1, yeah, it's probably fine, but in there just looks a bit crusty, so we'll see. And number 3.
Right, spark plug number 3 is going in number 1.
For test purposes, I'm just going to give it a little nick, not the torque wrench. Cylinder 1 spark plug is going to go in number 3.
Why is that sitting there? Work's definitely been done on this before. Just having a look. It's got that bolt there. I wonder if this has had a timing chain. This cover has definitely been off. There's all silicone underneath this cam carrier.
Okay, let's see. Just give that a nip. Don't know why I took number 2 out. That could stay where it was, to be fair. We'll just give that a little nip up. Right, so we've got cylinder
1 coil pack, that'll go in number 2 because the spark plug is in number 3. You don't want to put them in the same position. Bosch. Right guys, we are back in action, and look at that, cylinder 1 still misfiring. So that's not going to be the coil pack or the spark plugs. bit more investigation needed, I believe. Right, we've got the compression tester set up. Cylinder 1. See if I can show you from here. We can just about see that. Okay. Let's crank her over. Where are we? So it does that non-start thing. Let's have a look at the results. Oh, let's zoom you back out. So 8 bar, just below, which is below the spec. I believe that it should be. I'll just double check. Right, for comparison, we've got it set up on cylinder 3. Oh, there she goes. But we've got just over 12 bar. I'd already done number 2, and that was about 11.5 bar. So, you know, they're inside the tolerances. But cylinder 1, dead. My suspicion is, by the looks of it, someone's done it, or the chain has gone before. Because look at all this silicone everywhere. And then I noticed this bolt was just loose, just sitting there. It does screw in, but there's silicone all around there, all around the timing case cover. So I reckon it's just bent a valve ever so slightly. So yeah, that one. This car now isn't getting a clutch, and I think we bought a bit of a lemon, and he needs to have a word with his mate. Because I've had a look at the MOT history as well. Not good. So we'll probably pass this car on, tell someone the issues. We'll probably make a loss on it now. Paid for a train ticket to go down to Wales to get it. Time. I've now, you know, I was not booked any work in for today. So now I'm at loss for a day. I've got other bits here to do, so it's not too bad, but you know, I'm losing money. But yeah, let's have a look at this Passat now. Right, not the end of the world. We've got the Passat over there. It's had the DPF cleaner in it, just running that up for 15 minutes like it says on the tin. My van needs a service. Just an oil change. It was a bit overdue really. So we've got that up there, new filters on. I guess also whilst we're here, I'll just tell you about the Mark III. Needs a good old clean, but it's a 2.8 V6 for all those that don't know. Look at that lovely mulberry interior. It's ready to go really. I just need to clean it up. It's had an MOT. Want to make way for other projects. I'm always buying cars, so you know that doesn't need much doing to it. The Mark II needs a bit more work. So like I said, I'll do a full video on this, but I flew up to Scotland to get this one a couple of years ago, drove it back. Not really many issues, and drove it around for a bit, but every time I'd drive it something would need doing, and then it just got to a point where I was so busy, it just fell by the wayside really, and it's been set up here for a little while gathering dust, but that needs to be gone as well. So if you're in the market for either of these, give me a shout. So today hasn't really gone as planned, but worked on this customer's car. As you can see, it was in a little bit of a knock. Went drifting in the snow, basically. So it needed a drive shaft. £1,000 from BMW for a drive shaft, and some lower arms. Fitted those, so that's done. I'd fitted those. I fitted those a little while back, so I was just finishing it off because I had a few bits to do. Went to work on this last week, and the battery was flat. Couldn't get in because the door lock by the key wasn't working, so I had to jack the car up, take the undershield off, give the starter motor wire a live, and get into it that way, and then was able to jump start it. So yeah, that's just that done for today. The Passat, yeah, that needs a bit of work as well. That I'll show you about that in a minute. Let me talk about that. I'm just going to reverse this back into the yard and park it up. Don't want to crash his car any more than it's already been crashed. Just to add, this is a BMW 435D. It's been tuned, styled to look like an M4. But just listen to this. For diesel, it's not bad. But yeah, I'm gonna get the customer to come pick this one up. Probably go home, tidy up the van and go home. Anyway, right, so this Passat, just have a look at it. Now, we had a Skoda estate that he has traded in this car for. Taxi driver. He was partially honest, I guess, because he said when driving, the back end sort of comes out a little bit, which it does. You're driving down the road and all of a sudden it's wobbling all over the place, and then it goes back to normal. I've yet to have a look at this, but the tracking is way out. But he said he drove down from Leicester, and the DPF was not 2 blocks, but blocked enough. There's a turbo overboost code, so if you go above a certain rev range, it will go into limp mode. And obviously, the towing eye is in. So with those faults, I don't think this car has driven from Leicester. I think he got it recovered nearby and then drove it here. I think we've given too much for it. As a part exchange, we give £1,000 for it, which, if it was running and driving okay, it's a good little car for £1,000. But yeah, it's been a bit of a bad day. Hasn't gone to plan. But there you go. You can't win them all. We'll have to come up with a plan with that. And with that, we've also got a couple of other cars to get sorted. That Focus, just the bonnet lock, common issue, needs doing. Wing mirror, but other than that, this one drives okay. Not a totally wasted day because I got the old girl serviced. I'll probably do a van tour another day because it's a mess, so I've got to clean it up a bit. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed today. Comment, like and subscribe. At the time of filming this, I'm on about 48 subscribers, which for me, I'm like, it's great, you know. I didn't think anybody would watch my videos. So if you've liked it, like I said, give it a like. If you're not subscribed, please do. I've got plenty more videos to come. If you like your golfs, be making videos on them soon. Cheers for watching.